Good morning, everyone. Jamie here. Welcome back to my garden. I have my wagon behind me full of supplies that I'm going to use today. Today, I am going to be planting some more bulbs. Yes, I know, planting some more bulbs. I have been so late on getting all my bulbs planted, but these are the Gentle Giants tulip bulbs from colorblends.com that I wanted to make sure I got in the ground. And then, of course, do a little bit of weeding. I was out here the other day and I did a couple hours of weeding and it felt so good. It just felt good to be working in the garden, to getting my hands dirty. I haven't had a lot of time in the past couple months to do a lot of that, and there's a reason why, and I want to tell you all about it today. All right, I won't wait anymore. I can't wait anymore. I've been waiting to tell you all this. I am getting a greenhouse. And I know a lot of you guessed that, and congratulations. It took so much for me to hold back, and you said it in the comments, and I wanted to say, yes, you were right, but I didn't. I almost blew it so many times. Even when I was filming videos with Robbie, I almost said it on the video and had to go edit it out and make sure that I didn't tell any of you. And I'm so very excited about this. I just wanted to share it with you, and I'm so excited that I get to share it with you all today. So I am getting a greenhouse. It is going to be a beautiful greenhouse. I am working with a company called Canopia. You all might recognize this company, otherwise known as Paul Ram. So it's Canopia by Paul Ram. You've probably heard me talk about Paul Ram before, because in my last home, where my previous home, I had a greenhouse, and that greenhouse was by Paul Ram, and it was a much smaller one. It was the hybrid greenhouse. I did a bunch of review videos on it, and I really enjoyed that greenhouse. I thought it was a good greenhouse, and it worked for what I needed it for. So I will link those videos down below of my last greenhouse. I think it was a 6 by 10 foot one. I think that's what it was. It was smaller. This greenhouse is bigger and it's beautiful, and I'm so excited about it, and it's going to look so pretty in the back garden. It is called Triumph by Canopia. It is a T-shaped orangery, and I've always wanted a greenhouse like this. I think it is so beautiful. It has doors that open into the front, and it's totally symmetrical, and it's going to look so beautiful with 2 topiaries on either side of it and some twinkle lights, and I'm so excited about it. It has an aluminum frame that's black coated, so it's going to match the other trim around my property and the fence, and I love it. So this greenhouse is about 13 feet by 15 feet, so it's definitely bigger than my last one. The reason why I'm so excited about this greenhouse is that it's tall. The headroom is about 9 feet. It has up to 9 feet of headroom. So I'm even thinking of putting in a little chandelier or something like that. I have to kind of think about it and mess around with it, but I'm so excited because the way that I use the greenhouse, Canopia says it perfectly. They call it greenhousing as a verb. And so basically what you do in a greenhouse is you're greenhousing. And I think that is the perfect way to explain it, because so many times on a wintry day like today, you just want to go be outside with nature, with your plants. You just want to hang out there and be in the garden, and greenhousing allows you to do that. And I'm just planning to use this greenhouse as an extension of my home, my office, my garden, just a place where I can be around plants no matter what the weather is. So I'm planning to kind of doll it up, maybe put like a little lounge area. It's big enough to put a dining table in there, so I'm thinking about maybe hosting a couple parties, dinner parties back there. I can't even tell you how excited I am. So I haven't really announced it. I haven't talked too much about it because I didn't know if I was going to take you all step by step and the long process, because these things, it does take some time, and it takes some time to get all the supplies together, and it takes some time to get all the materials and the help and planning and all the decisions. And so I've been working on this with Canopia for a couple months now. And so I made the decision to wait until now to tell all of you, so that you can all see it in, a couple videos all smushed together. And so I want to call this week Greenhouse Week, where I take you through step by step what I did to install my greenhouse, going from choosing the greenhouse that I chose, and then the foundation, and then putting in the flooring, and then actually putting up the greenhouse, and then the finishing touches. So that's what this week is going to be. It's basically going to be greenhouse week, and it's kind of smashing it all together. But I want to make it clear to you all, I did not do this in a week amount of time. It did take me a couple months, with breaks in between there, depending on rain and the holidays and all that kind of stuff. So I'm always torn whether to take you along step by step or to wait until the end and kind of show you everything. So that's what I did with the greenhouse, was to wait until the end. The greenhouse is up in the backyard. I'm not going to show you, but just kind of give you all kind of one really dopamine induced week of videos. So I'm so excited, and I have to say a big thank you to Canopia for working with me. Canopia, you can get their greenhouses off of big box stores, like I said, Tractor Supply, Lowe's has them. And just look online and you'll find all the greenhouses that they have. And Canopia is going to start doing direct sales off of their website, but they haven't got that up and running yet. But it's just really, really exciting, and I'm excited to be kind of a part of it and to be able to show everybody what you can do with these greenhouses. Basically, starting from a blank slate and then working your way up. So that is my big announcement. Thank you for being patient, because I know I kind of teased this a little bit, and like I said, a lot of you guessed it, and I appreciate you all guessing it, and you were right. So that is it. Now on to working in the garden. Today I am going to be doing a little bit of bulb planting. Again, I'm behind on a lot of things because I've been working on this greenhouse. So I want to get some bulbs in, specifically the Gentle Giants tulip bulbs from colorblends.com. I don't want to miss out getting those planted, and so I have to get them in today. If I have time, I'll get some daffodils in, and then I do want to do some weeding. So let's get on to that. So I'm working over in the orchard today. I want to get all my bulbs kind of concentrated in the orchard so that they look really pretty, because there's not too much pretty going on over here, but that's okay. We'll get to that. So you can see my orange trees are looking amazing, and they taste so good. They're so yummy. I love them so much. I do have my pomegranate tree right here that has lost all its leaves for the winter, and you guys, I think the pomegranate tree is going to go. I'm just not loving it. I just don't love it that much. It doesn't bring me much joy. I kind of find that it's annoying, and it's really, really late to leaf out. So I don't know. Right now I'm thinking that's going to go. There's so many other things that I could put there that would do so much better. Like a lemon tree. I would love to have a lemon tree. I use lemons all the time. And that would stay pretty much evergreen. So I think the pomegranate's going to go. What's not going to go, and what I absolutely love so much, is my fig tree right here. This is like the star of the orchard. It is so incredibly fantastic. It's such a old, established fig tree. It's so beautiful. But of course, it is deciduous, and it did lose all its leaves. And so I'm thinking I can plant some bulbs underneath the fig tree, because they're going to get plenty of sun when they need it. And then once they're done, it'll be good timing with the fig tree once the tree starts getting its leaves back. So my thought is, you can't tell, but I do have daffodils planted all the way up to my Embrace climbing rose, and then nothing over here. So I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to put some tulips over here. I'll put the Gentle Giants tulips over here, and then I'll clean up all these leaves over here, and I think I'll put some more daffodils underneath there. And of course, the daffodils I leave in, they will naturalize in my garden. The tulips I treat as annuals. I don't even leave them in. I don't leave the foliage up. I just pop them out and get rid of them, because I know they're not going to come back, and it's not worth it to me to try and overwinter them, because I just know they're not going to do well. You can see this mess over here. I'll have to clean this up today. These are all my limes. They're done. They're overly ripe. I have to get all of them off of the tree. We clean it up, and then the rest of them fall. This is the most prolific lime tree I've ever seen, and the limes were absolutely delicious. I could not use all of them, and you can see there's so many more on the tree that need to fall. So I got to get all those off. I'm at least going to clean all of them underneath as well. And then I'll go through and I will just weed a little bit. I have a lot of weeds along the edge here. here, I did purchase a propane weeder. I'm not going to use it today, but I'm going to try that and see how that works. I just wanted to try it, and I wanted to see how it works. I think, I'm going to come back here. You can see I have some weeds under the orange tree over there that I got to weed, but I might plant some daffodils in between all of these plants as well. I think that will be really pretty. So I'll see what I can get done today, and I'll probably be very, very dirty by the end because this is all compost with no mulch on top, but that's okay. It's one of those days. Okay, so it's about an hour later, and I obviously took a break to get cleaned up, and that is because I am off to my friend Jessica's birthday party. We're going to a local winery. I'm going to hang out this afternoon, so I'm excited about that. So no more gardening time for me this morning, but I did get a lot of stuff done. Let me turn the camera around. So you all saw me first off, you all saw me cleaning up the leaves underneath the fig tree, so I'm glad I got that done. I did do a little bit of weeding under the fig tree as well. There weren't a ton of weeds just because all those leaves were giving it some nice like mulch cover, and I could have left the leaves there, but it's the type of thing that I just wanted to try, and I'm just not used to this garden yet, so I didn't feel confident leaving the leaves yet this year, but I might do that in subsequent years when I know how everything works in this garden. Then I did pick up, you saw me shaking the lime tree, and there's still tons more limes left on the lime tree, but I did clean all of them up underneath, so I was happy to get those cleaned up so that they wouldn't be rotting. Those I put directly in our waste bin that the city picks up. These leaves I put in my compost pile in my backyard because this stuff was really good. These, I still have plenty of more limes to pick up, but I will get onto that. I can't believe how prolific that lime tree is. It's amazing. And then you all saw me over here planting the tulips. And now I did get one of those stand-up augers. That one is just from Amazon. And I'm just not used to it yet because I ended up planting these tulips deeper than I had ever planted tulips before, just because that auger went so deep, like easily into the ground. And I got a little worried about it. So I'm a little worried about these that I planted right here. I'm a little worried that I planted them too deep. The ones behind here, I was more conscious of it and I planted them less deep. So I think those will do a little bit better. You can see I have chicken wire and some hardwood cloth. This was just scraps that I had in my garage. And I thought I had more scraps than that. I thought I had more to be able to cover that part too, but I don't. So this is just to protect them from rodents, from squirrels and stuff. And so I'm going to have to go find something to cover that because I don't want the squirrels to get to them. Although I really haven't seen much squirrel activity at all since we got Monty. So it might be, might be a good thing, but I just don't know. Again, I'm not familiar with this garden and I'm not familiar with how everything works yet. So I'll just have to wait and see. So maybe I'll leave those uncovered just to see if the squirrels do go for them. That might be a good test, right? Just since they're right next to each other. So yeah, so I got all the gentle giants planted. I'm glad I got those in. I didn't have any time to get the daffodils in, but I did have time to do some weeding and some cleanup and announce my greenhouse to you all, which was the main purpose of this video. So stay tuned tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is where we are actually pouring the concrete for the greenhouse. And now that happened before Christmas, but it took time for it to cure and all that kind of stuff. So you'll see that video. Monty's a lot smaller. There's still some leaves on my Chinese pistache tree, and that's because it was filmed before Christmas. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a fun week. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.